Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I introduce our distinguished speaker for today's edTalk, Mr. Hitesh Motwani, a visionary entrepreneur and a tech leader at the forefront of AI driven innovation. Hitesh serves as the co founder and CEO of a leading technology company. In his role, he has been instrumental in shaping landscapes of transformative solutions that are reshaping various industries. His commitment to harnessing AI's power to augment human potential is evident in the groundbreaking work undertaken by his team. What sets Hitesh apart is not just his position at the help, but his visionary approach to the potential of AI. His early recognition of capabilities of generative AI has paved the way for practical integration across industries, unlocking new levels of creativity and innovation. With a profound understanding of AI's potential, Hitesh's insights are known to inspire audiences worldwide. He possesses a remarkable ability to simplify complex ideas into actionable strategies, leaving audiences informed and motivated about AI's pivotal role in shaping our collective future. Today, we have the privilege of learning from a true trailblazer in the field. Let's welcome Mr. Hitesh Motwani and dive into the fascinating world of AI driven innovation. Welcome, Hitesh.
Hi everybody. Hi everybody. Very, very warm welcome to all of you. Can you guys hear me very well? Am I audible to all of you? Okay, amazing. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to switch on my camera. Just give me one second, guys. Okay, hi everybody. Can you guys see me very well as of now? I will just okay, amazing. I think now you can see me very well. Hi everybody. So a very, very warm welcome to all of you and thank you so much for having me over here. So today's Ed Talk is all about helping you understand and demystify the world of generative AI. And I'm going to simplify some concepts for you. I'm also going to help you out that how can you essentially be using Gen AI for yourself. Okay. Can you guys see me right now? A lot of people saying no, 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 but I hope that now can you all see me? Not really. That's pretty strange. Okay, amazing. You can see me now. Amazing. Okay, fantastic. So very quickly, what I want to understand from all of you is that if you can just put in the chat box exactly that what do you guys do, where you're from, and what's your expectation today, right? And that will help you to understand what you want and accordingly channel session and help you out and demystify and simplify the world of generative AI for all of you. So just to give you a little background about me, who I am and what do I do, I'm Hitesh Motwani. I own a company by the name called Skillopedia, which is a consulting firm. We're helping a lot of organizations and companies build generative AI applications and also helping them understand this world and most importantly, build some use cases which can improve efficiency. From a personal perspective, I've been empowered in the last 1 year alone. I've done almost close to 100 plus workshops. I've trained companies like Microsoft, Google Bard team, LG, Flipkart on generative AI space, just to name a few. And I've been in the digital transformation space for almost 17 years now. In fact, I used to do digital marketing for Mr. Ratan Tata earlier. And then I launched a brand called Twitter in India, after which I've also basically been helping multiple organizations with the transformation in digital space. That's a very quick intro about me. And apart from all these things, I'm a faculty with about 7 IIMs. And, I also help many, many aspirants to get into the world of AI and marketing. So very quickly, if you can just put in the chat box for me, what exactly do you do, where you're from, and what's your expectation today? That will actually help me a lot to channel my session and my topic and help you to understand this world a little better. Okay, let me just share my screen quickly. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay, we have Manish Kumar from Bangalore, technical lead, L&D, planning to leverage AI for tech learning across organizations. Fantastic. Ashutosh from Delhi, amazing. Working as marketing manager, quite good, amazing. Okay, so let me first start off by, in fact, showing you a video, right? And I would want you all to then tell me exactly, what do you feel about this video? What is your first reaction to this? How do you really feel about this? Okay, and what do you have to say? Okay, so, so you want to see my screen right now, everybody? Amazing. So just look at this video. Hi guys, it's Hitesh Motwani over here, and today I'm going to speak about how does digital marketing work in the real estate industry. Today we are living in a state where real estate industry is growing leaps and bounds, and the growth of digital is unprecedented over here. What do you guys feel? Was this video, a real video, or was this AI generated? What do you feel? What's your first reaction? Was this real? Was it AI generated? It was an AI workshop because it is AI generated, right? But, but it is a AI generated video. It looks extremely real. It's very hard to say, whether it is AI or a reality, to be very honest. But actually, it was AI generated. Yeah, so somebody said, play again. I'll just play one again one more time for all of you, just for you to understand exactly how does it really work, right? Let me show this one to you one more time. Hi guys, it's Hitesh Motwani over here, and today I'm going to speak about how does digital marketing work in the real estate industry. Today we are living in a state where real estate industry is growing leaps and bounds, and the growth of digital is unprecedented over here. So what you just saw right now, is a prime example of generative AI. And I cannot give better example than this, on how generative AI really works, right? So, and this is the power. So since somebody said that, um, somebody said that how is this possible? Correct. So basically, let me now get into some fundamentals and let me explain you the concept behind generative AI, and then probably if time permits, I'll also show you, how do we do it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is generally absolutely correct. I thought. I mean, I don't really realize the pupils, but actually also like I don't really know my pupils otherwise also. But yes, if I do my pupils in the recording video, it will also take in live video as well. Okay, so today we're going to see three things over here. I'm going to exactly speak about how GenAI really works. I'm going to go behind the scenes today, explain you that what goes behind the generative AI model to build something like this, and then I'm also going to show you some use cases, some applications of GenAI, and we're going to see some live things which will help you to also understand GenAI pretty well. Okay, so first let's understand that what is the difference between an AI and generative AI. Let's first understand that very very clearly. So can someone tell me, you know, is AI and generative AI same, or are they two different things? What do you guys feel? When you hear the term, you know, say generative AI or AI, what comes to your mind? Are they fundamentally different? Are they fundamentally same? Two different things, yeah. Yeah, correct. Gen AI is a section of AI, right? We all know that, correct? But technically, if you really ask me, a generative AI is not even AI. Okay. It's not even AI. Now, why do I say that? I say that primarily because a lot of people assume that generative AI typically, is more to do with, more to do with AI, but not really. Correct. In fact, generative AI typically, is more to do with machine learning. Right? And there's a fundamental difference between AI and ML. Okay. So let's try to understand these two things with a little closer lens right now. And explaining you, I'll explain you exactly how does it work and what does it work over here. So, what is AI? Let's first start with that. So, AI typically, is nothing but the overall mother. So when it comes to AI, we must be thinking about robots, invasion, Terminator 2. But AI in simple words is which AI is something which can simulate human intelligence by software and codes. As simple as that, right? It's a tool which can simulate human intelligence. Now, typically, what is the real form of AI? Because so when you kind of fly planes, right? There's an autopilot mode in the aeroplane for which pilot doesn't even have to touch a steering wheel. It just cruises automatically. Right? That's one of the first applications of AI in true sense. Right? When it comes to robotic surgeries, obviously it requires a doctor to be over there, but today the robots can to find surgeries fluently and seamlessly. Right? That's also an application of AI. Right? Now, you see this girl over here in front of you, by the way. Any idea who she is? Have you ever seen her, or heard about her? Any idea who she is? And let me tell you, she makes a lot of money, okay? She makes almost $1 million every day. Any guesses somebody want to make who this person is? It's an AI model, Fatih is saying. Okay. So yeah, typically she's an AI influencer. Okay, a better term to model. So her name is what we call is Miquela. So Miquela basically is an AI generated Instagram influencer. Got approximately 2.7 million followers. There are brands like Gucci, Armani sponsoring her, and they're paying them almost $1 million for one post. And this is actually not by an AI tool. This is actually a CGI. You know what you normally see in Avatar movie and all. So somebody creates this person through a CGI, and they endorse brands, and they kind of put in real situations, and it's all virtual. It's like metaverse and reality coming together in social media world. Right? All these things, which is what you see, are currently examples of how AI is currently working. Then the fundamental question arises: then what is this? Then what is this generative AI? Right? So typically, traditionally, AI models are two types. Okay, that would as generate AI models. One is what we call as discriminative AI. Second is what we call as generative AI. Let me help you understand what is discriminative, what is generative AI. So typically, AI is a branch of what we call as machine learning. Why is machine learning? Because the machine can only and only say whatever it has learned. Machine cannot spit out what it hasn't learned so far. So traditionally, what we used to do when we used to build ML models is we like how we train human beings. We same way we train machines as well. So what we typically do is we show images to machines. So we show 10 images of dogs, 10 images of cats, okay, and then we ask the machine that hey, you know, can you all tell me which is the dog, which is the cat? So then we show an image of a dog and tell them okay, what is it? It's a dog or it's a cat? It'll say it's actually a dog, right? And vice versa. If you show a cat, it'll say it's a cat. This is called discriminative AI. So what we used to do is machines used to get trained, and machines used to only and only, discriminate between objects. It will tell you in this particular table there is basically a bottle, a fruit, a mobile phone, a laptop, etc., etc., etc. Then came a time, wherein basically we said, okay, if machines can actually discriminate, why can't they build things? Why can't they make things? Right? And that was the birth of what we call as generative AI, right? So in discriminative model, what happens is we can discriminate between cat and a dog. But in a generative model, the machine can actually tell you whether this is basically, it can draw a new cat for you, it can draw a new dog for you, right? These machines have basically transformed over a period of time. And this is what we call generative AI. But now the question is that how does it know or how does it learn this? Right. Same way as the humans learn. So today, when you have to draw something, what do? You go on the internet, see 10, 20 drawings, and then build the one drawing, right? After which, what basically happens is, you know, the first time when you draw, will you be very good at it? Or will you basically have, say, for example, a, you know, will you become like a Picasso or somebody who's actually extremely, extremely good at it? Yes or no? What do you think? Will you be amazing at it? Not really, right? But if you keep drawing again and again, again and again, again and again, if you keep practicing, 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 will you eventually become an amazing person who can draw pretty well? Absolutely right. I mean, yeah. So then there are these AI or generative models versions. So just to give you a perspective, in the earlier days, when the machines used to draw a cat like this, which is like very, very sketchy, very bad, doesn't even look pretty nice. Today, these models have become so advanced that they can draw images like this. You can't even differentiate between a real cat and a cat made by generative AI, typically, right? And this, my friends, in plain simple words, is what a generative AI does. It's a machine learning model. It's not really an AI model. We use the word AI because it's more famous, it's better marketed, it's better branded. But to be very honest, the machine cannot draw something which is not been trained upon, right? So if I have to draw, if I have to probably say, for example, if the machine and model hasn't been trained upon a guana, you know, if you type guana, it cannot make a guana, unfortunately. Okay. Are we all clear up till now? If you're clear, give me a quick clear on chat box. In case you're very, very clear so far. Give me a clear on chat box. The basic fundamentals. Now, how many of you guys over here would want to see this practically? You want to actually see the older version of generative AI and the new version of generative AI. Give me a quick yes in case you want to see a demonstration of this. Get how the earlier versions used to work and how the new versions used to work. And now, then I'm going to show you the logic behind it. What is the working behind these models and how does the model actually function in true sense? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to back to my, uh, browsers. Pardon so many tabs which are opened up right now because I keep on working on multiple tabs at the same time. And I'm going to go to a version called Stable Diffusion Model. So I'm going to explain what Stable Diffusion is in some time from now. So Stable Diffusion basically was one of the first generative, you know, models which is built up to generate images. Okay. And this is a version called Stable Diffusion 1.5. Now, when you basically come over here, now let me just I'll put the same prompt in both the places. What is the prompt, by the way? Prompt is an instruction that you give to a bot. When you give an instruction to a bot, the bot will basically generate things for you. So let's take, for example, I'll just type over here, a dog wearing a sunglass sitting on a beach. Compute. And this generative model will keep on uh, building things. Okay, it basically build me an image right now in approximately a couple of minutes. Okay, yeah, you can see over here, I said dog wearing glass on a beach. Now, what is wrong with this image? Can someone tell me? You can put on chat box. What do you think is not right in this image right now? The face, no glass, the eyes, yeah, distorted, the face is distorted, right? This model, by the way, existed approximately a year back. Okay, it's one of the first models on image generation using generative AI, Stable Diffusion 1.5. Now, this model, got trained on multiple objects. How do we train the model, by the way? So what we do is we can give an image library to the model. So let's say I can go to Shutterstock, I can go to Unsplash, which is a website for images, and you keep on showing images to the bot. You keep on showing images to the model. The model keeps on learning from these images. They keep on getting better and better and better and better at it. And eventually, they're able to make an image that you saw right now. Let me show you the new version of the same website, Stable Diffusion. Now the model has been improved. Now they've come up with a new version called Stable Diffusion XL. Okay, I'm put the same prompt. Dog with sunglasses sitting on a beach. Okay. And now you look at the difference between the previous models and between the new models, right? And you'll be totally mind blown when you see this. So, in case you want to generate any images for yourself, you want to generate any good generative AI models, to train the model as well. In fact, sometimes you also train the model on AI generated images, because AI generated images now are so good that model keeps on learning, it keeps on improving, it keeps on becoming better and better at it, right? So, so yeah. By the way, this website kind of makes the images. I'm also going to show you one more website. It's called Leonardo.ai. Okay, because this website needs a little bit of time. It's going to take approximately 1.5 minutes. So there's some time over here. So Leonardo.ai is basically, again, more advanced version than what you see right now. The stable diffusion is more advanced version. And when it makes an images, you can't even realize that this image is actually, you know, good or bad. So why don't anybody else, like somebody over here, give me a image of your choice, give me a prompt of your choice. Let's try to make an image that you have in mind. So just to give you a perspective, it makes images like these. You know, okay, turtle with wings. Okay, that's a good one. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna say, turtle with wings. Then I'll explain the logic behind it, how this really works and how these images are actually generated. Okay, so here we go. What do you guys feel about this? Those are Game of Thrones movies, right? Actually, not bad. Yeah, everything is free. Everything is free. What I'm showing you is absolutely free of cost. I'm a Sindhi. We love free stuff. All right. Okay, just kidding. But yeah, but we basically like free stuff, right? Everybody likes free stuff. So what I'm showing is absolutely free of cost. I mean, nothing is paid over here. But what do you guys feel about this image? Do you think that this image actually is actually pretty realistic? Yeah. And this is what the model can make today. The model has become so advanced, they can do that. This is the first use case, of generative AI, which is called text to image. All right. Um, let this prompt get over. Okay. By the time this actually happens, let me also show you, what kind of images this model can actually make, and then I'll also show you how this model actually work. I built across multiple images out here, so you can see this image, for example, is AI generated, right? And for example, I've also made cartoon characters. I've also made 3D CGI animations as well. This one is AI generated model, 3D model. Okay, so I just do a prompt saying girl with blue eyes, curly hair, looks smart, on a bike. And basically, I used a model over here which can generate what we call as, animations, right? And this is the image of dog wearing a sunglass at the beach. Same prompt which I gave to the previous model. This is the AI generated image with this model called Leonardo.ai. It can be one of the most realistic images for you. And stable diffusion, look at this, right? It's improved by leaps and bounds, and this is the kind of image I can make right now, right? So yeah, it's every single time, when you build something up, Ankit, it's always unique. So they always build up new images, but stable diffusion basically can give the repetitive images as well. But yes, it can every single time build a unique image for you. So pretty cool, everybody so far. Give me a quick cool on chat box in case like this is actually mind blowing for all of you, and you're able to see something new, amazing at the back end, right? Now the question is that how does this really work? And how does AI how is AI able to do this? How many of you guys over here, like now would like for me to go a little technical? Okay, that means you actually would want to understand the working of it. Now, typically, like it wouldn't make a difference, to be very honest, that whether you know this or not know this, but if you know the working behind it, you'll be amazed at how this actually does, right? Okay, so let me probably show you how does it really work and what typically happens at the back end of these models right now. So these models, the earlier models that you saw, the first version of stable diffusion was built on a concept called GAN. Okay, GAN in the machine learning world stands for General Adversarial Network, right? So what does it mean? It's called Generative Adversarial Network. My bad, Generative Adversarial Network. Let me kind of help you understand this a little better. So before I start, let me just show you a small little video to help you understand this, and then I'm going to explain to you, exactly that what is a GAN. Okay.
What are GANs and how do they work? Generative Adversarial Networks, or GANs, are a powerful type of neural network used for unsupervised machine learning. Made up of two competing models which run in competition with one another, GANs are able to capture and copy variations within a dataset. They're great for image manipulation and generation, but they can also be deployed for tasks like understanding risk and recovery in healthcare and pharmacology. GANs are actually pretty new. They were first introduced by Ian Goodfellow in 2014. Goodfellow developed them to tackle some of the issues with similar neural networks, including the Boltzmann machine and autoencoders. Both the Boltzmann machine and autoencoders use the Markov decision chain, which has a pretty high computational cost. This efficiency gives engineers significant gains, which you need if you're working at the cutting edge of artificial intelligence. Let's take a look at how GANs work in a bit more detail. Let's start with a simple analogy. You have a painting, say the Mona Lisa, and we have a master forger who wants to create a duplicate painting. The forger does this by learning how the original painter, Leonardo da Vinci, produced the painting. Meanwhile, you have an investigator trying to capture the forger and second-guess the rules the forger is learning. Let's map this onto the architecture of a GAN. The forger is the generator network, which learns the distribution of classes, while the investigator is the discriminator network, which is learning the boundaries between those classes, the formal shape of the dataset. GANs are used for a number of different applications. One of the best examples is a Google Brain project back in 2016. Researchers used GANs to develop a method of encryption. This project used three neural networks: Alice, Bob, and Eve. Alice's job was to send an encrypted message to Bob. Bob's job was to decode that message, while Eve's job was to intercept it. To begin with, Alice's messages were easily intercepted by Eve. However, thanks to Eve's adversarial work, Alice began to develop its own encryption strategy. It took 15,000 runs for Alice to successfully encrypt a message that could be deciphered by Bob that Eve couldn't intercept. Elsewhere, GANs are also being used in fields such as drug research. The neural networks can be trained on the existing drugs and suggest new synthetic chemical structures that improve on drugs that already exist. As we've seen, GANs offer some really exciting opportunities in artificial intelligence. There are two key advantages you need to remember. GANs solve the problem of generating data when you don't have enough to begin with, and they require no human supervision. This is crucial when you think about the cutting edge of artificial intelligence, both in terms of efficiency of running the models and the real-world data we want to use, which could be poor quality or have privacy or confidentiality issues as much as healthcare data does. If you want to learn more about GANs, PACT has a great selection of ebooks and videos.
So this video might be a little technical. Let me explain to you in a little simple way. Right. So how does an AI work? Whenever you give an AI a real image, all right, the AI tries to make a fake of it. So let's take, there are two computers. One computer is called generator, second computer is called discriminator. Generator keeps on generating new images. Discriminator keeps on checking those images for you, and it identifies whether this image is a real image or it's a fake image. Okay. So what typically happens is that, and how does discriminator know the real image or not? They know this real image or not by actually always referring back to the original photograph of the note. Right? So imagine it's example, I give a 100 rupee note, to a machine, and I ask him to check and compare this note with whatever notes you get and see if it's a real note or a fake note. And generator keeps on forging these notes and keeps on making images up till a point where discriminator can't discriminate between the real and a fake note eventually, right? And that's how these models were initially making images which are like looking fake. which looks like unrealistic. But today, the models have become so good that the machine, it's like two people competing, for the same goal, right? Initially, they might not be good at hitting the ball, but they keep on practicing. The people keep on being better and better in hitting the ball to the goal. Exactly same way, what happens is in a machine learning model, we make two machines compete among themselves. One machine keeps on making images, second machine keeps on checking images, up till a point where the image starts looking very real and starts making new images for you. That's a simplified version of how a network called GAN, which is called General Adversarial Network, that really works. And that's the model behind actually helping you to generate images, generate text, generate voice, generate whatever that you see today. Right. Sometimes people will talk about GANs and people will go very technical in nature, but I just want to keep it very, very simple and help you understand this extremely, extremely well. If you're very clear up till now, everybody, just give me a quick clear on chat box in case you're very clear right now that what exactly is generative AI and you really got a good understanding of it, that what a generative AI really does and how does it really work. Okay, amazing. Now let's move a little forward. Okay. So today AI can not only make art, they can basically also make data. They can also make voice. They can do a lot of things for you. So typically generative AI is divided into four parts. One is called text, text to video, text to voice, and even text to code. I mean, I'm not a coder myself, to be very honest, but today I can code with the help of generative AI. So let me first show you some use case, then I'll go to the theory aspect and I'll show you, I'll probably get both of these go synchronously for all of you. So you see, generative AI today can also build good voiceovers, right? And let me show you how. For this, I'm going to go to a website by the name called Clipchamp. Okay, just give me a second. Just trying to open the model and keep. This website actually is powered by a machine learning model called Azure. Okay, and Azure has a model called text-to-speech model. So what it did is they've trained the model on lots and lots of voiceovers. Okay, and when I go to this machine over here, it is going to give me a text-to-speech model. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply go to ChatGPT. Here we go. I'll simply copy this, come back to my model, paste it over here. I'm going to choose a language called English UK for now, just to kind of help you compare between multiple things. Earlier when AI used to speak, they used to speak more, to do with, I mean, it used to look like a machine. Okay. But today, the AI has become so advanced that actually you can't even differentiate between a human voice and between an AI voice. Right. And when I say this, I really mean it. That today it's very, very difficult. It's extremely, extremely tough to differentiate between both of them. Okay. So let me kind of show you how does it really work and what typically happens over here. So here we go. And you tell me what you really feel about it, okay?
Artificial intelligence, AI, has revolutionized marketing. reshaping how businesses understand, engage, and satisfy customers. Through AI-powered analytics, companies gain deeper insights into consumer behaviors, preferences, and trends, enabling targeted and personalized marketing strategies. AI-driven chatbots provide instant customer support, enhancing user experience, while predictive analytics optimize ad targeting and content creation, maximizing ROI. Ultimately, AI empowers marketers to be more agile, data-driven, and customer-centric in their approach, fostering long-term relationships and driving business growth.
What do you really feel of this? Do you think it was, very, very realistic voiceover, especially in terms of the way she speaks, the way actually the diction works, the way they pronounce the words. Was it really amazing, anyone? Give me a quick wow in case really amazed by the way it's actually speaking right now, and also in terms of the way it's pronouncing all these words. Yeah, give me a quick wow or amazing on chat box. I think it's really felt this was really, really good. Now, let me take it one notch higher. Okay. Now, see, while AI can speak pretty well, but AI models can now speak in different accents as well. Let me show you how do you speak in a different accent, and I'm going to use what we call as, you know, um, the Indian accent right now because you're all from India, right? Let me kind of choose an Indian accent, and let's see if AI can really speak in the Indian accent or not. Okay, let's try this out.
Artificial intelligence, AI, has revolutionized marketing, reshaping how businesses understand, engage, and satisfy customers. Through AI-powered analytics, companies gain deeper insights into consumer behaviors, preferences, and trends, enabling targeted and personalized marketing strategies. AI-driven chatbots provide instant customer support, enhancing user experience, while predictive analytics optimize ad targeting and content creation, maximizing ROI. Ultimately, AI empowers marketers to be more agile, data-driven, and customer-centric in their approach, fostering long-term relationships and driving business growth.
Pretty cool. Yeah, how many guys have found this to be really amazing? In terms of now AI is able to speak Indian accent. Forget anything else. Right? If you're really amazed with this, give me a quick A on chat box. If you're really amazed with this. This is like really, really crazy now. So how does it really work? It's very simple. Again, like GAN, they keep on making these AI show voice of Shah Rukh Khan, Arijit Singh, somebody else. And they keep on asking you to generate voices, keep on generating new voice, keep on generating new voice. And then it keeps on generating voice for you. And not only this, in fact, AI can now also, make music as well. So I'll show that to you sometime from now. But what if I tell you that now AI can also speak in languages? Like in terms of, what we say is in terms of suppose if you want the AI to speak in English, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, you can do that as well. So Kalyan Sundar is asking me, how can you input your voice? So in fact, that's not the right tool for that. This is the text-to-speech model. But in case you want to clone your voice, there's a tool by the name called 11 Labs, right? And I can actually take my voice, put it into the AI model. I have to give at least recording of good 1 to 2 hours. It'll keep on understanding, figuring out, cloning your voice. And when it does that, it'll actually take your voice out and give you the model behind it. So you can use 11 Labs for that. Okay. So very quickly, any language of your choice, anybody, what language you want AI to speak, any language, your choice. You got Tamil, you got Kannada. Bhojpuri can't speak right now, unfortunately. Okay, so we got 2 votes for Kannada, 2 votes for Tamil. Sanskrit, not really. Okay, cool. Tamil is majority. Let's do Tamil then. Okay. No, I don't know Tamil myself. So people who are new Tamil over have to guide me if this is right or wrong. Okay. So I'm going to use Google Translate for translating in Tamil. So the translation might be a little off because what typically happens is the AI model usually uh, cannot translate. So, I mean, they can translate, but they can speak in the language that you want. When I come back over here, I'm going to choose Tamil. Let's see what happens, okay?
செயற்கை நுண்ணறிவு AI சந்தைப்படுத்தலில் புரட்சியை ஏற்படுத்தியுள்ளது. வணிகங்கள் எவ்வாறு வாடிக்கையாளர்களை புரிந்து கொள்வது, ஈடுபடுவது மற்றும் திருப்திப்படுத்துவது என்பதை மாற்றியமைக்கிறது. AI இயங்கும் பகுப்பாய்வு மூலம் நிறுவனங்கள் நுகர்வோர் நடத்தைகள், விருப்பத்தேர்வுகள் மற்றும் போக்குகள் பற்றிய ஆழமான நுண்ணறிவுகளைப் பெறுகின்றன. இலக்கு மற்றும் தனிப்பயனாக்கப்பட்ட சந்தைப்படுத்தல் உத்திகளை செயல்படுத்துகின்றன. உந்துதல் சாட்போர்ட்கள் உடனடி வாடிக்கையாளர் ஆதரவை வழங்குகின்றன, பயனர் அனுபவத்தை மேம்படுத்துகின்றன, அதே நேரத்தில் முன்கணிப்பு பகுப்பாய்வு விளம்பர இலக்கு மற்றும் உள்ளடக்க உருவாக்கத்தை மேம்படுத்துகிறது, ROI-ஐ அதிகரிக்கிறது. இறுதியில் AI ஆனது நீண்ட கால உறவுகளை வளர்த்து வணிக வளர்ச்சிக்கு உந்துதலாக அவர்களின் அணுகுமுறையில் அதிக சுறுசுறுப்பான தரவு உந்துதல் மற்றும் வாடிக்கையாளரை மையமாக கொண்டு சந்தைப்படுத்துபவர்களுக்கு அதிகாரம் அளிக்கிறது.
I have no idea what she said. Okay, but was it pretty good? Yeah, give me a good on chat box. It's pretty good. In case you found this to be like pretty amazing. All right, amazing. So this is what we call as text to speech. So what typically happens is you have to again, train the model on so many voices, so many dialect distinctions, spellings. To understand the language and speak in the language for you. Yeah, so I'm not really sure of the Sudhiki, but yeah, I think you're a better judge because I don't know Tamil myself. But today AI has become so advanced. So can someone tell me now? We've seen two use cases so far. We've seen one use case from an image perspective, one use case from a voice perspective, right? What do you think? Where can you apply generative AI right now? Let's take, if I have to apply generative AI, where will I apply generative AI at the end of the day? What are the places I'll actually go ahead and, do things over here? Anybody? Call center, okay. Customer service, technical support, okay. Movies, yes, absolutely. I can do movies. I can do like, voiceover artists. Content writing, yes, it's very common. Translation is very, very common use case. So Google Translate was one of the first generative AI models, by the way. Okay, so yeah. Subtitles and series, very good. Yes, I can do subtitles as well. Absolutely correct. What about images? Like we saw images. Where will you apply images? If you have to apply images, where will you do that? Content generation, translation, media. Okay. Fan-made movies, ads. So, number one is I can basically make very quick models. I can make cartoons, images, drawing books very, very fast, right? So basically, not just like image generation from a presentation perspective, I can do image generation from multiple perspectives. Number one. Number two, I can actually be using, multiple, what we say is, suppose if I want to make a storyboard, right? I can build a storyboard using AI. I can build product designs. Just take, suppose if I'm an R&D department, I want to build a product. I want to build a futuristic machine, futuristic laptop, futuristic cars. I can do that as well, right? What about this one? What text to speech? Where will you use text to speech in generative AI? What is the use case from generative from text to speech perspective? Okay. Education, training content, very good. Yes. What else? What else? What are the other aspects over here? Patent application writing. Okay, yes. One second. I can do application writing as well. Absolutely correct. Yeah. Okay. Where do you use text to speech? So I can build e-learning programs without even me being there, right? I can actually translate my videos in different languages right now, correct? And I can do dubbing, right? I can also replicate somebody's voice too. Now, remember I told you that AI has become so advanced, it can also generate music right now, right? So let me show you. In fact, first, let me show you the actual video on how does he do it. Then I'll show you exactly that, how do can you do it as well. So today, like, how many guys over here? Is somebody over here who wants to become a musician and and essentially you somehow can't become one because you don't really have the right knowledge. Anybody who's interested to become a musician over here or has interest in music, generally forget about being a musician, but just has interest in you know music. Okay, let me show you something like this. Okay, so this is basically a very interesting model wherein this artist, he's a musician actually. He's first converting his normal voice into music vocals, right? Let me show this one to you. Wasn't so amazing? Let me just show you how this is done. How many guys over here want to do this on your own? Right. Give me a quick me in case you want to do this on your own. Okay, so I got a lot of raise of hands. Amazing. Okay. Let me show you how to do this. Okay. There's a so this is basically a custom trained model, but somebody then later on made an app out of this, which is called Musicify. It will not be as good as what you just saw right now, but it will be close to this. Okay. So this is the app called musify.lol. Okay. It's a very, very amazing tool. It's a generative application to kind of do you again use text to voice. I've already like finished two of my plans, but yeah, but let me just show it to you. Okay, so I'm going to go to this option over here called instrumentals on top. Okay, and I'm going to just record my voice right now. Boom. Okay, so I just like it's very, very bad. So pardon my music sense. This is a very simple voiceover that I have. And now I can choose any instrument of my choice. I can choose break beats, I can choose guitars, I can choose electronic guitar. Okay. Let's try just try with the let's basically try with the I think this is more suited for drums or break beats. Okay. Let me just try with break beats, then maybe I'll try with you know uh, with the guitar as well. Okay, so let's try this out. How does it really work? Okay. So I'm gonna choose my instrument. Okay. I set the pitch of my voice, low, high, whatever I want. I want to simply remix the models. And here we go. Pretty cool, right? I mean, not that bad, actually. So typically, okay. So you see, like, this is a very interesting tool called Musify. With this tool, you'll be able to convert your voices into music. So just in case somebody's interested to, like, build a music around it, well, you do that right now using generative AI. So now coming back to our model and coming back, like, to our AI piece. But so far, are you guys finding this pretty amazing so far? I mean, are you guys like enjoying this till now? Is it really mind blowing in terms of how these things are actually working and what typically happens? Are you guys enjoying it till now, everyone? Yeah, give me a quick yes, no, maybe on chat box. Okay, cool. Let me just probably show you some very amazing use cases right now. I'm going to show you exactly what's the difference between ML, AI, and all these things, so that you really get a good perspective on technical generative AI right now. So today, AI can generate images, as I told you, right? So it can generate realistic images. It can also generate digital art. So just in case, like, you're an artist, you want to generate digital art, you can do that as well, right? It can also generate any policies, documents, write-ups. Like we all know ChatGPT by now, which is why I'm not really focusing much on ChatGPT currently, right? But then that's very common to everybody uses it at this point in time, right? Now,
Our HR culture.
AI can also typically make what we call as videos, and you won't believe this. I've built an entire video, just using one prompt. Okay, that's it. This video is completely made by an AI tool. Let me show this one to you.
Our HR culture is all about fostering a sense of belonging. We prioritize open communication, respect, and inclusivity. We celebrate diversity and value each individual's unique perspective. We believe in empowering our employees to reach their full potential. From flexible work arrangements to professional development opportunities, we invest in our people. Together, we create a supportive and collaborative environment where everyone can thrive. Join us and be a part of our HR family. Together, we'll make a difference.
Okay. How many guys have we found this to be like pretty cool? Just one line data video is made, right? How many guys over here want to learn how to make a video? It's very basic though, it's not like very advanced yet, but I think we're getting there. It's text to video, right? So typically, just to give you some working and some mathematics behind this, to be very honest, see, AI is a broader field that uses data and to learn and get specific, then perform specific tasks. But within AI, like if I see where AI is currently used, it's used in multiple ways. It's used in autonomous vehicles. It's used in Digi Yatra. So Digi Yatra is a service wherein now when you go to the airport, you don't have to show your Aadhaar card to anybody. They'll just do a face scan. Okay, they'll just do like a simple face scan of yours, and you face the Aadhaar card. You straight away just gets inside. This technology is called computer vision, right? So it can do that as well. It can do medical imaging analysis. It can, so Netflix showcasing you movies or Amazon showing products to you is again all a part of AI at large, right? So smart home automation, sports analytics, virtual reality, autonomous delivery for robots with drones, all these things are part of AI, to be very honest, right? So AI is the theory and development of computer systems to essentially mimic human intelligence. But machine learning, okay, is a branch that gives computers ability to learn without programming, right? So sometimes you have to program machine a lot, but today you can actually give machine a task. And today, there's a lot of no-code ML tools which can actually understand things, figure out objects, and they'll also be able to, you know, talk to you as well. So usually, machine learning is two parts. One is what we call as unsupervised machine learning, And second is what we call is supervised machine learning. There are two kinds of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised. Now, what is supervised? Supervised is where I kind of train the model. I explicitly train the model. Like suppose I take a data set. So suppose I take images of, say, tomatoes, carrots, capsicums, and I label them. I basically tell the computer that this is a tomato, this is basically a carrot, this is basically capsicum. The model gets trained on its own, then predicts this is a carrot, this is a bell pepper, or this is a tomato. Right. This is basically what we call as supervised learning, where I'm giving the input and I'm giving the output. Right. When I do both of these things, that's when the machine is able to understand, learn from it, and figure things out. Okay. Now, obviously, supervised learning is more and more accurate. It's more precise. It can do things very, very well because you're giving it both at the end of the day. Then the question is that what is unsupervised learning? So unsupervised learning, what you do is you don't really teach image anything. You don't teach a model anything. The model will be given an image of an apple, a banana, a mango. Then the model will start making differences in the shapes, sizes, colors, right? The algorithm will run on it. And then it will classify and tell you these three are different objects. Maybe this is an apple, maybe this is a banana, maybe this is a mango. Right. So unsupervised learning, we don't need to train the model. The model learns on its own, just like how human brain works. When you were small, did somebody teach you your mother tongue? Not really, right? I mean, nobody taught your mother tongue to you. But you learn mother tongue on your own, isn't it? Why? It's because the brain is one of the best forms of AI. There is nothing that a brain can't do, right? Like we are the ones who are making all these models right now, right? So our brain is one of the best forms of what we call this machine learning or AI, whatever we call it, right? And it is also one of the most advanced form of ML and AI model. And we also learn the same way. You see, sometimes somebody should teach us that, hey, you know what? This exactly is an apple, this is an orange. Sometimes we just observe things around us. We just see things around us. Right. And because we see things around us, we basically are learning from it. I guess I suppose like some things you learn from a friend, something you learn from surroundings. But ultimately, your brain is nothing but it's one of the biggest machines for the man today. So are we clear what's the difference between AI and ML? And what are two types of machine learning models, everybody? Are we very clear about it so far? If you're clear, give me a clear in the chat box. Yeah. Okay. So now, let me show you a small little video to help you understand this concept a little better. And then I'm going to show you and exactly help you understand also what we call this deep learning, right, which is again a part of, and your generative AI is built on ML and deep learning, by the way. And all these softwares and apps that we're using are a part of it typically. Let me show you about this right now.
The world is filled with data. A lot of data. Pictures, music, words, spreadsheets, videos, and it doesn't look like it's going to slow down anytime soon. Machine learning brings the promise of deriving meaning from all of that data. Arthur C. Clarke famously once said, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." I've found machine learning not to be magic, but rather tools and technology that you can utilize to answer questions with your data. This is Cloud AI Adventures. My name is Yufeng Guo, and in each episode we will be exploring the art, science, and tools of machine learning. Along the way, we'll see just how easy it is to create amazing experiences and yield valuable insights. The value of machine learning is only just beginning to show itself. There's a lot of data in the world today, generated not only by people, but also by computers, phones, and other devices. This will only continue to grow in the years to come. Traditionally, humans have analyzed data and adapted systems to the changes in data patterns. However, as the volume of data surpasses the ability for humans to make sense of it and manually write those rules, we will turn increasingly to automated systems that can learn from the data, and importantly, the changes in data, to adapt to a shifting landscape. We see machine learning all around us in the products we use today. However, it isn't always apparent that machine learning is behind it all. While things like tagging objects and people inside of photos are clearly machine learning at play, it may not be immediately apparent that recommending the next video to watch is also powered by machine learning. Of course, perhaps the biggest example of all is Google Search. Every time you use Google Search, you're using a system that has many machine learning systems at its core, from understanding the text of your query to adjusting the results based on your personal interests, such as knowing which results to show you first when searching for Java, depending on whether you're a coffee expert or a developer. Perhaps you're both. Today, machine learning's immediate applications are already quite wide-ranging, including image recognition, fraud detection, and recommendation systems, as well as text and speech systems too. These powerful capabilities can be applied to a wide range of fields, from diabetic retinopathy and skin cancer detection to retail, and of course, transportation in the form of self-parking and self-driving vehicles. It wasn't that long ago that when a company or product had machine learning in its offerings, it was considered novel. Now, every company is pivoting to use machine learning in their products in some way. It's rapidly becoming, well, an expected feature. Just as we expect companies to have a website that works on your mobile device or perhaps an app, the day will soon come when it will be expected that our technology will be personalized, insightful, and self-correcting. As we use machine learning to make human tasks better, faster, and easier than before, we can also look further into the future when machine learning can help us do tasks that we never could have achieved on our own. Thankfully, it's not hard to take advantage of machine learning today. The tooling has gotten quite good. All you need is data, developers, and a willingness to take the plunge. For our purposes, I've shortened the definition of machine learning down to just 5 words. Using data to answer questions. While I wouldn't use such a short answer for an essay prompt on an exam, it serves a useful purpose for us here. In particular, we can split the definition into 2 parts: using data and answer questions. These 2 pieces broadly outline the 2 sides of machine learning, both of them equally important. Using data is what we refer to as training, while answering questions is referred to as making predictions or inference. Now, let's drill into those 2 sides briefly for a little bit. Training refers to using our data to inform the creation and fine-tuning of a predictive model. This predictive model can then be used to serve up predictions on previously unseen data and answer those questions. As more data is gathered, the model can be improved over time and new predictive models deployed. As you may have noticed, the key component of this entire process is data. Everything hinges on data. Data is the key to unlocking machine learning, just as much as machine learning is the key to unlocking that hidden insight in data. This was just a high-level overview of machine learning, why it's useful, and some of its applications. Machine learning is a broad field, spanning an entire family of techniques for inferring answers from data. So in future episodes, we'll aim to give you a better sense of what approaches to use for a given data set and question you want to
Now, let me kind of give you a very practical overview of this.
answer, as well as provide
So just in case if you ever want to understand more about this, that how generative AI was born and how does it really work, you should go to a website called Roblox or RoboFlow. Okay. RoboFlow was, is basically a website where it can actually help you understand what we call as object detection. Right? What object detection is, wherein today, if, say for example, I want to understand that there are images, and in this image, what is it? It's a fish, it's a starfish, it's XYZ. So what we do is we feed machine lots and lots and lots of images. Just to give you an example, these are all the images that is there in the machine. This is the image. And we tell the machine, or we label the data, we say, okay, you know what? This is a jellyfish. This is a jellyfish. There's a fish over here as well. There's a grass over here as well. Whatever. This is a penguin. This is a puffin. This is a fish. This is basically there's a fish and there's a shark. Right? This is a shark. This again basically is a shark and this is a fish. So we keep on telling machines, that what this image is all about. And we keep on training machines on a lot of, aquarium animals. Now, The moment we keep on doing this, again and again, again and again, again and again, again and again, eventually the machine gets trained. And then when I basically tell them, okay, this is an image, can you exactly tell me, that in this image, who are there? What do you see in this image? It'll just do it for you and show it to you. So to give you a very practical example of this, let me in fact take you to a website, okay, of Google with a name called, you know, object detection model card. This is one of the first generative AI applications built to give understanding to everyone that how does basically generative AI can now not only make objects but can also convert images to text as well. So let me just probably drop an image over here and let's see if it's able to caption the image properly or not, or able to identify objects in the image or not. So when I kind of come over here, suppose if I just type, let me just probably put up, say, a laptop with a red coffee, okay, cup, whatever. As you can see over here, this is a laptop, notepad, and a lap thing. I just probably copy the image. Come over here, I paste it. Let me see this image, in fact. Now see. I upload an image. Let's see what happens now. So now the model is so smart that it'll tell you, okay, there's an object called coffee cup, computer keyboard, and drink. Okay. This is really, really cool. Why? Because the model has been trained on almost 2 million such objects. And it's able to identify very, very easily that what are the different objects available over here. Pretty cool. Everybody. Now, what is the role of generative AI over here? Now, generative AI can not only see this, but generative AI can now also give an entire caption to this. So suppose if I go to Google Bard can now read images, by the way. So I can come over here, upload an image, and let's see what Google Bard has to say about this. I simply say, describe the image. And now it will actually describe the image for you. Not only just tell you it's got a cup, it's got a notepad, it's going to describe the entire setting and entire image for you in a very, very detailed fashion. The image is sent as a digital artwork, free pick in large letters, red letters surrounded by smaller blue letters. Okay. Such as the watermark, which if we're not able to read it. Okay, let me just probably take some other image on top of this. 1 second, wait. Okay, just take interior design. Part 2. Let me say something to you, something interesting to you. Over here. Let's see. You copy this image right now. Paste it. Let's say describe. Give it a couple of minutes. See, the image is shows the bathroom with a bathtub and a shower. The bathroom is white and has wooden flooring. The bathroom is located on the left-hand side and it's large enough to fit 2 adults. The shower is located on the right side of the image and it has glass door and rain shower head. There is a single sink vanity between the bathtub and shower. The vanity has white countertop and white cabinet with 2 drawers. Above the vanity is a large mirror with a shelf underneath. There's a window of wall behind the bathtub. There's a towel rack on the wall as well. The bathroom also has a toilet which is located in the corner of the image. Here's a more detailed description. The bathtub is a drop in the bathtub, which means it's installed on the floor. It has long rectangular shaped white finish. The bathtub has been built in an overflow drain and handle shower. Blah 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 blah. I mean, it gives so much detailing that even a human eye will miss it, but a machine will not miss it. And this is generative AI. So in the olden days, we can only classify images. But today, we're living in a state where it can read images, give meaning to you, etc., etc., etc. Now, what does it mean? Now imagine, suppose if I got this entire thing, and suppose I'm a company which makes bathtubs, I'm gonna say, can you make me a short image prompt from the description above so that I can make a better image than this and put it in a image generation tool. So now I asked the AI to describe the image for me because I know that how AI reads content right now. Okay. So I'm asking just give me the text of the text and describe the image in short with not more than 3 lines. Okay. Let's see if it's able to do that or not. Sometimes these machines will not do that for you because actually let me just I'm gonna say analyze image I gave above and write me feedback. Bathtub and stop. Let's see. This is basically one more time. It doesn't give us that. And then I can put the same image in a generation tool and I can probably make a better image than that, which is given over there. Right. So the idea is to probably understand how AI reads it. Then we use the same output. Okay. So let me just probably give the image to him. Okay. I'm going to simply copy this image, come to my Leonardo, and I will just try to make a similar image for myself or maybe a better version of the image myself. So it's not just about the AI tool, it's about what you do with it. So by the way, the one more use case of this, can someone tell me what are the different use cases of using the image generation model like we just saw right now, right? I mean the description model, okay, where we can put image, we can describe it. So can someone tell me what are the other use cases that we can think about over here? How can you use that? How will you be using image captioning in the real world? Anyone? So I can see that it actually builds me a very amazing image of a modern bathroom. So I can maybe using Canva. Okay, very good. Okay, what else? What else? Adobe. Okay. All right. So let me probably tell you exactly like what is the use case over here. Now suppose if I have an engineer who goes on the site and he's a person who actually is collecting defective mobile phones or he's trying to like analyze defective machinery, right? Now rather than me having that, can I basically just probably get somebody to click a photograph, of that machine and send it to me, and probably I don't even have to like describe it. The machine will see the image and describe it. Suppose your car gets hit by another car. You want an insurance company to give you a claim on that car, right? Can someone just simply take a picture, of the damaged car and send it across to you and your team? Your AI does a translation, give it to you. What exactly happened to the car? What must have happened exactly over here, right? That's the applications of this, right? Yes, they can also create logos, they can create images. It's a different story. But you know, can you now understand and think how can we apply generative AI in real life? Pretty good so far. Yeah, give me a quick yes in case we are so far so good currently, in terms of understanding what are the use case, what are the benefits. Like for example, I'll give one very simple benefit, a very simple example over here. Okay. You all must have used you all must have got nowadays got a recent challan from a traffic police when your car overspeeds or when your car breaks a signal, correct? There's a cameras which are there. How can the camera capture a number plate, you who is sitting? It's through same technology. It's called computer vision. Okay. So computer vision helps you to capture images and tell you exactly what the person is doing. And then somebody is putting a fine on you or it's making things for you. Okay. Let me show you one more very cool thing. So basically Adobe has a tool called Adobe Firefly. Now this tool is even more special compared to other tools. I'll tell you why. So let me generate an image over here first. I'm going to simply come and say dog wearing a sunglass on a beach. Okay. Same image. What I made earlier. But this time it will be a different, it will make an image a little differently because it's a different AI model. Here we go. Right. Let me just take this image right now. Let me now click on edit. Okay, as a generator file. Now, what's very exciting in today's time is that now I can actually, you know, change anything in this image if I want. So let's say, for example, I don't want this color. I'm going to say make a diamond necklace. And now my AI will actually build me a diamond necklace. How cool is that? How many guys are mind blown right now? Give me an MB, mind blown, right? So this is the evolution, guys. Earlier, it was able to classify images, after which it's able to generate images. Now it's able to edit images as well. Correct? Now, let me in fact show you something else. So let's say if I just probably put something over here. I'm going to say keep, okay. Over here. I'm going to say like ship sailing in the sea. You can see over here, it is making some images of the ship in the background. Okay. And suppose if I probably say, you know, um, wearing a pearl, you're right. And not only you can generate images, you can also upload your own image and you can edit it by this. You don't require a editor to do this anymore. You can actually upload your own images and you can officially do things. It's so cool, right? So this basically is the future, or in fact the present, of how generative AI actually works. So I'll take a little pause over here and probably I'll open the floor for some question answers before I move ahead. So does anybody have any questions for me? Anything that you want to ask me? Any doubts, any queries? Anybody has any questions so far? More than happy to answer you all. Anyone? Any questions? Any doubts? Okay.
Hi, Hitesh.
Hey,
I
Tej,
wonder
I
there would
wonder
be
there
any
would be any.
doubts. I wonder there would be any doubts because your session is very, very clear till now.
Okay.
We are waiting for what more if there's
Okay.
more.
Cool. All right. Amazing. Okay, so now let's kind of go little forward. Now let me again explain to you how how this is possible, right? How these models are able to do this. And when you kind of listen to the science behind it, or science behind how generative AI works, you'll be amazed in which actually this happens, right? So let me show you, that how does stable diffusion make these images. Okay, so everything is based stable diffusion, by the way, and then all these models actually came in, as I told you, right? So let me just um, help you understand this in very simple language, because sometimes it'll actually become, sometimes what happens is, when I talk about these things, sometimes it'll sound very technical to you. So I always try to simplify this, as much as I can, because at the end of the day, I have to be very, very non-geeky, because in the moment essentially I'm a little geeky, people will not be able to resonate with what I'm saying, right? Just give me a second, guys. Just give me 1 minute. I'm just trying to find that the find the explanation, you know, for you, so that you really understand this with extremely, extremely well. And in this session, I'm going a little more detailed into the models of generative AI, because actually I've already covered this in the past. I've already covered a little bit generative AI in the past, one of the other videos, that basically we did earlier. Because today I wanted to go a little bit more technical for the folks who are over here who would like to understand the working of these things. Okay, so the video is too long. I'm gonna play the video to you, but let me in fact show you with an image. Okay. So what happens typically is that let's take why this name stable diffusion came into being first. This name stable diffusion basically came into being because it diffuses the image. Okay, or it diffuses, everything that we see right now, by the way. It works on a diffusion model. So all generative AI, what they do is they first take the entire model, they diffuse it, and then they basically reassemble it back. Now, let me help you out. Let me show you what do I mean by it. So suppose, just take for example that this is the original image of yours. Okay. Now this image will be pixelated. Was pixel, by the way, wherein you keep on expanding the image to very large extent. When you expand the image to a very granular level, it'll become like this. Have you seen a TV? When your TV doesn't used to work in the olden days, it should have this noise. It has to this black and white dots coming everywhere, right? Or when you see an image, when you expand the image too much, you can see small squares coming in the images, by the way. That's called a pixel. Okay. So what typically happens, we take an image, right? And this image is goes through a machine called image encoder, right? And then this particular machine then diffuses the image. They keep on pixelating it, and they keep on diffusing the image fully, right? Then there's one more machine which is called the conditioning layer. It's called the encoder. It's called the decoder, right? And the decoder decodes this image and reassembles all these pixels back, and it basically assembles the pixel back, and it essentially builds a new image for you um every single time. So it removes all the noise. They remove the noise, they get a new image of a cat, which is why when I go to my stable diffusion website, okay, and when I'm basically giving it a prompt, let's say when I come over here, suppose if I just give one more prompt over here, dog wearing a sunglass on a beach, right? So what it's doing is searching for a image of a beach, image of a sunglass, an image of a dog at the back end, right? Then it is first making a beach image, then it's making a dog image, then it's making sunglasses image. It's it's combining, it's basically taking the images, diffusing it, making it into pixels, combining all the images together and assembling it back. When it basically happens, you basically get a full-fledged image, which is why when you give a prompt, there will never be the case where you have two images, which are actually exactly the same. Every single time, the images will actually be very different than each other. Why? It's because it's diffused. It's first stable, it diffuses it, it comes back. That's how the image is generated. Same with text, by the way. So by the way, this is done. Let me show you something. So let's take when I go to ChatGPT. Suppose if I say fill in the blanks, the day today is really dash, right? It's a really splendid one, right? Suppose if I say one more, then it's going to say day today is very memorable one. I'm going to say one more, right? I'm going to say day today is really inspiring one, right? Or if you just keep on pasting the same thing right now, it'll keep on generating different answers every single time. Why? Because when chat gpt or any other AI model has read content on the internet, they've seen multiple variations of the same word, right? They've seen the day is amazing, the day is beautiful, the day is xyz, whatever it is, right? But let's give one more prompt. Suppose if I say again, fill in the blanks, humpty dumpty sat on a dash, let's say on a wall, on a wall, on a wall. It doesn't change the response even once, right? Why is that? Can someone tell me? I give two use cases, exactly the same prompt. Why is it not changing the response for Humpty Dumpty, but it's changing the response for the first one? Universal. Okay. So what about universal? Yeah. I mean, you see, because people only know Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Super is learning. Okay. So actually, again, build a little different image than the previous one. You see over here. Okay. Um. So no, it's not super unsupervised, to be very honest, because yes, all the AI models work on supervised learning, by the way, because you don't have the time to train them, which were able to give you answers which are very varied as now. But something else, it's a poem phrase used by everyone around the world. Absolutely correct. Yes. So see, what does the model do? Right? Yeah, correct. Kodesh was right. No other variable, no other variants found. Absolutely correct. So what's happening basically is that whenever I told you, Chat GPT is not making things up. What it's done, it's read so much of content on the internet that when you ask something to ChatGPT or you ask something to any other model, it's able to give you a image out, right? It's able to give you a particular text out. Now, when they read the content, they found multiple variations of this word called the DS dash. It is beautiful, amazing, splendid, memorable, cherishable, whatever it is. But when the model goes back from its data and it starts figuring out, okay, Humpty Dumpty sat on a dash, what is the most probable answer? It's finding what is the most probable answer to the next one. That's it. What is the most probable answer to the next one, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one? When it comes to its database, it can't find any other word apart from Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall because there is nothing. Unless and until I instruct it to become creative, then only it will be able to give you a new answer. But otherwise, it will not give the new answer to you. Why? Because generative AI is a part of machine learning only. It will only give you that answer that the model is trained upon. Now, so let's take for example, I come to let's take suppose I come to ChatGPT. I say, you know, tell me more about India, Australia, World Cup finals, right? You see, it says that the final match took place in March 22, 2003 at Wankhede Stadium in Johannesburg, right? They made XYZ score. Okay. I'm going to say, okay, tell me more about India versus Australia World Cup Finals 2022. Now, sometimes, it will also basically give you wrong answers, usually. Why? This is called hallucination. What's hallucination? When the model doesn't really have so much of data available with it, it starts giving you answer that doesn't even exist because the model has not been trained on that data. As ChatGPT's cutoff is Jan 2022, it's not trained on that data as of now, which is why it will attempt to give an answer to you, but it will not be an accurate answer, right? So, which is why when you are working on a model, you have to always understand that you have to give the model clean data. If you give model bad data, the bad output will come. But if you give model a clean data, a clean output will come, right? Because your output is as good as your input. If your input is bad, your output is equally bad. If your input is good, output is equally good. And that is the fundamental belief, or that's how the fundamentals of generative AI really works, typically. Are we clear on this, everyone? Give me a quick yes in case you're very, very clear so far about this. Okay. So, in short, when we are using any GenAI tool or GenAI application, there are only four types of generative AI. One is visual, it can make images, make videos, make designs. It's audio, it can make voice, it can make music. It is text, like ChatGPT, and it can also make a code for you. Now, suppose I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer, but if I want to basically build an entire, build a simple application, I can do that today. Let me show you. Recently, I was trying to build a simple to-do list app. I have no idea how to-do list is made, but I can simply make a simple to-do list app using AI, right? Or using ChatGPT. So I simply come over here, I simply say something like, help me build a to-do list app using HTML, CSS, and PHP. Right? I should know which language is used in what. Right? It should write me a code right now. Okay. Writing the entire code, by the way. All right. And then if I want, I can do change things over here. So let me show you how does it really work. Simply come over here. I first copy the HTML code. I'm going to make a folder, you know. So basically, so you need to know a little bit of knowledge in terms of how it is made. To-do list app. All right. And now I'm going to use something called as Visual Studio, which is basically an application which you have to install to build a code around it. Now I'm not a coder, but I just know basics of coding. I mean basics of how do you basically use this application to build a code around it. Simply come to C drive. I actually go to my exam folder. I go to my htdocs folder. I actually give it say to step. Now I have to make an HTML file. So I simply click on plus and see, I have to just simply follow the instruction. What is the name of the file? Index.html. Simply click on plus. I'll simply say index.html. Paste. So I simply first of all made a same file. Okay. I come down. I have to make a CSS file. Simply click on copy, make a new file called styles.css. Yeah, styles.css. Okay. Paste it over here. Okay. And then we say PHP plus sign, then add underscore task dot PHP. Paste over here. Okay. That's about it. And now as everything is done, I'm going to simply save. And I'm simply going to now open this app onto my browser. So I'm going to just take this up. Here, let me just open this onto a new app. I'm going to say hi. Okay. So no, it's not basically letting me add anything with PHP. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to just come to my ChatGPT one more time. I'm going to simply say, build me a to-do list app without PHP. Yeah, so it's going to again give me an HTML file. I'm going to copy this HTML file, come back, delete this file with, there's some issue with my PC, they're executing PHP right now. Come, paste it over here, right? Come back to my ChatGPT. So I'll simply take my styles. So give me JavaScript. Okay, so you want to see that as well. Take JavaScript. I'm going to say app.js, app.js. Paste it over here. Copy this. Paste over here. Yeah, that's about it. And then I have to put my CSS file. It will remain the same the way it is. And let's see what happens actually. I'm going to copy this CSS. And I'm going to simply paste one more time over here. Okay, so everything is done. I come back to my thing. I execute this code. And say hi. Okay. And it's not functioning though. So I can say why it's not functioning. Oh, 1 second, wait. You're right. No, I did correctly. So my JS files are actually perfect. Okay. I have to simply run a server actually. And let me, in fact, just do it one more time. Let me remove this. Let me just copy paste this one more time. Using AI. Come over here, copy this code, come back to my Visual Studio, paste it again, save it. And I can simply go to my folder and I'll remove the PHP file which was made earlier. I've already removed right now. Okay. Okay. Now let's simply go one more time. No. And let me, in fact, on the server over here. Perfect. Remove it. Okay. Save it. All right. Now let's try to basically work on the app, right? Let's try to just simply put this app together. Simply come and let me just take a path from my folder over here. This is some issue with the code, I guess. Something is going wrong. I have to fix that. But the idea behind this is that you can actually build any application without coding as of now, as we speak. So I've tried Node.js in the past, I've tried PHP, I've tried JavaScript, and they all seem to be like doing pretty well, and it's all done through ChatGPT. So just to give you like an example, that if I have to so if I'll just show you something which I made in the morning itself. So actually I made a simple code generation app. Okay. and it's basically generate code. It will keep on generating code randomly. It will keep on calling an API from JavaScript at the backend. And it's all done through, ChatGPT. So the use cases of AI are immense, and especially with generative AI. So you can generate code, generate text, generate image, generate whatever you want. And you're able to, you know, do everything with just basic prompting knowledge. So one of the most important part in generative AI is to know how to prompt. Because if you don't know how to prompt, you'll not be able to, get things done over here. So that's very, very important. That if you know how to prompt it, and every single thing just refers to one thing: prompt engineering. So if you really have to learn something, if you really have to like get to the next level with generative AI, you should invest your time in understanding how to prompt. Okay. So you got some 15 minutes left right now. So I'll basically take a pause over here. And I just want to ask you that if you do have any questions for me, anybody, you know, if you have any questions, you want to ask me anything over here, feel free to ask me. More than happy to answer you all. Suppose you want to know about something, suppose you want to know about any app, you know, suppose if you like to understand about, any particular aspect, more than happy to help you out.
We have a question from Neha Vadwa.
Okay. Need to learn,
She,
need some learning on writing prompts as per the context to get the correct function. Many times I struggled with prompts, maybe another training session. You see, the way I look at prompting, so if I kind of, help you to understand basics of prompting, it's very simple. So I'll just probably give you a quick crash course on prompting right now. There are two kinds of prompting basically. One is called as what we call as zero shot prompt. See, majority people, what they do is they give you a zero shot prompt, which is like, let me give an example to you. We show it live, in fact, so that you really get a good understanding of here. Right. Suppose I'm an HR person, I'm write job description. I'll simply say something like, write me a job description for CTO. This is called zero shot prompting. What we do is we just giving you one line prompt and we asking ChatGPT or generative AI to build an entire write up for me, right? But typically, this is not going to be helpful for you. Why? Because the answers will be very generic in nature. It will be like very broad. It is something most of the people will actually do, right? So the answer won't be unique. So while ChatGPT doesn't, it ensures that there are no two images or two people, having same kind of write up, but it is very similar. So now how do I improve this? Rather than writing like this, maybe I can simply say, write me a JD for CTO. This is for a large MNC bank. So I'm giving more context right now. So who is it for? It's for a bank. Who is the target audience? This is for prospects who are experienced with at least 20 years and know how to manage large data sets, understand security and knowledge of GenAI. The need of the hour for CTO, right? And so I'm asking, write me JD of CTO. This is for large MNC bank. This is for a prospect who are experienced at least 20 years of experience and they know how to manage large data sets, understand security, and have knowledge of generative AI, right? And I'm also going to say, I'll be pasting the JDs on LinkedIn, right? So the more context I give, the better it is, right? So as you can see over here, now look at this. It's able to give me an output exactly what I need from a banking perspective. What responsibilities? Technology leadership, innovation advancement, data management, security, team leadership, strategic partnership, requirements 20 years of progressive experience, blah 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 blah. Right. So whenever I prompt, I look at three things: who's the target audience, where it's going to be used, and what are the details that will help somebody to get more context to it. So in this case, it was that okay, I want to have a GT for CTO, but it's for whom? It's for a bank. I want the guy to be 20 years of experience. He should be knowing about these three aspects. That's it. And then let the AI do the job, right? That's how it is. So Dhananjay is asking which video generation tools are available using GenAI. So there are multiple tools in the market today. One very famous tool is called Runway ML, which is which can convert any photographs into images for you. If you want any photos to videos for you as well, right? So I can simply come over here, come to Runway ML. let me generate an image from generative AI. Let me take an image from here only. Okay, I take this turtle image only for now. Copy this. Come over here. Draft free. Start with an image. Let me just paste it. Let me take this image from Leonardo. So you must have seen all these people who make videos with AI, right? Majority of them actually use this same technology, Runway ML. I'm gonna say generate for seconds. That happened. Okay. Meanwhile, this happens. I'm going to take another question. I'm just saying, is it really easy to get copyright on this generated content or video through AI? Do we need to first a licensed version of the tool and then plan to use it? No, you can't get copyright on just these things, to be very honest, because they're not made by you. They're made by an AI tool, right? So you have to in fact give a disclaimer it's an AI generated content. So there's no copyright for AI images as of now. Because two people can give same prompt and they can have similar images. Because I told you, the AI model is designed to learn from its data bank. Sometimes it's possible it might generate two images same times, the same images because of the same prompts. Quite a possibility. So as you can see, this is done. You see it? Pretty cool, right? Yeah. So we actually used um, image, convert it into a video, and kind of give it to us. So these are email for doing this. Okay, cool. Anything else? Any other questions anybody has so far?
Thank you, Hitesh. I think most of the questions and answers have been answered.
Cool.
There's one more question. Are these website paid? Matrin is asking.
No, whatever website show you is all free. I mean, I haven't used a single paid tool currently. So yes,
Shitanshu is asking which site we can use to create animation images. I think
so
you
you
told
can
that before.
you can create animation images right now. You take an image first from Leonardo or from a stable diffusion, import it back to Runway ML, and then build it out for yourself. Okay.
I think that's great, Hitesh. Um, I like to tell everyone that edForce um, brings these amazing ed talks to you. They're a lineup of the finest knowledgeable webinars crafted and delivered by industry veterans to cater the technical cravings of IT workforce and to equip them with emerging technologies and technical developments from across the globe. Before we wrap up, I want to extend a sincere thank you to our fantastic speaker, Hitesh Motwani. Your insights have truly illuminated our understanding of generative AI. We appreciate your time, expertise, and the inspiration you have shared with us today. Thank you, Hitesh.
Thank you so much.
Before you all leave, I'd like to tell you that there are 1,000 rupees amazing Amazon vouchers available for all of you up on grabs if you want. You all you have to do is instructions will come to you in the email. You have to write a feedback for edForce and follow us on LinkedIn, Instagram, and other places. Share a screenshot with me of all of that, and you can claim your Amazon voucher for rupees 1,000. Thank you, Hitesh, once again. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Abhi. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay.